Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. So as you can see, euro currency actually currently is very interesting situation. It's not common situation because just as you can see on the daily chart, we do not have any significant action, but day by day we're getting something to discuss on intraday charts, because on intraday charts, despite the market stands flat, it's a lot of interesting thing were forming recently, and even on Tuesday, yesterday, it was quite different situation. Despite that, on the daily, market approximately stands in the same area of the conference support. But it seems, guys, that we're coming to resolving of this riddle, because today will be European Central Bank meeting, and this probably will shed some light on the perspective. In two words speaking, guys, I suppose that euro currency performance will depend on the stimulus of the European Central Bank, as well as the stock market. Yesterday, if you remember, we have turned to some specific, not quite common, cross-market analysis. Usually we're talking about the dollar index, but yesterday we talked about the DAX, and we said that probably DAX should pull back from the significant target area, and this really has happened. So here's the 4-hour time frame chart DAX index. You can see today's futures is also will be dropping. That's price action yesterday. So OP, major OP has been hit. Weekly large OP. As you can see, ABCD pattern just above the recent highs. This guy's wash and rinse with this previous top, it suggested the downward action. So, and stock market as well, it strongly depends on the stimulus of the central bank. If no stimulus will be announced or will be contracted, this will hurt the stock market. Because currently this rally and across the board on all stock markets in the world, especially in the United States, European stock markets mostly are based only on the stimulus from the central bank, because a lot of liquidity comes on the market, and of course investors put them in, not in real production, but just on the stock market, buying the stocks. So and that also probably will impact on the euro. So now what we have on the 4-hour time frame chart, market is still calling in the same areas where it still stands really tight in this level, which suggests a lot of support is coming in right at this point. This market doesn't show the downward continuation as it should be based on the market mechanics, as I said, and that's why one of the major reasons why we suggest that market really could show the upward action. Because normally, if market doesn't follow the logical progression here, it means that something is changing. That's the background of the market is changing. Because normal conditions of this such kind of the sell-off here, market in 99% of the cases should follow to the XOP, at least drop below the OP target, start standing to the XOP. But despite the strong sell-off, market stands flat. As you can see, really churning price action around this area. On the dollar index, it's a bit different story, because dollar index stands actually in this point. It already has completed the XOP. Let's take a look. That's the same ABCD pattern as in the euro currency, but market already has completed XOP, and it even has shown the minor ABC retracement. So here's we need to watch what will happen on the European Central Bank meeting, but by technical situation, it seems that market still keeps chance on the possible upward reversal. We have the divergence market at the confidence support. On the hourly chart, take a look. Our suggestion has been done. So indeed, the market has hit the XOP pips to pips, this 1070 area, and shows immediate upward action. So if you have taken the position right at the XOP, you could move stops to the break even. Here's also as well, we have the divergence, we have the falling wedge, which is potentially bullish pattern, but as I said, mostly it will depend everything on the European Central Bank. So technical picture is it's good stuff, but as you understand, today is not the technical picture major driving factor. And currently market shows the pullback inside of the wedge pattern. So what we could say, guys, here. So if you would like to take the last wild card chance for taking the long position, you could try to do this. And this situation is a bit attractive from that standpoint. Why? Because everything stands already in place. So we will get just a conclusion and statement from the European Central Bank. And the situation here stands very clear. That is invalidation point. It stands just, well, 20, 30 pips from the current market. And your bet, if you would like to take the wild card here on the bullish trading, your bet is very clear and simple. You're taking position somewhere around with the stops below this level. If you're right, you will be just will get perfect result, because I suppose that if market will show our predictions, will be very significant. So you will get the result immediately today. If you will be wrong, well, in this case your loss will be not really significant, and this clarity will come with the final breakout. That's what about the bullish situation. So if we're not ready for a wild card, in this case you just need to, while I'm calling this wild card, because this is, guys, kind of the gambling, because we do not know what the European Central Bank will tell, especially on the stimulus. And that's leads us to some gambling process around it when you're trying to make the decision on the position taking. Despite that, overall background here is showing that market still keeps chance on the bullish action. Bears should follow to the opposite scenario. So bears, for example, could place stop sell order somewhere below these lows, or better with some room between this area, just to avoid some spikes, occasional spikes on the moment of the announcement of the European Central Bank policy. But in general, you could focus on the breakout of this area. Once this will happen, this will be downside road will be open. Or if somehow this will be supportive decision from the European Central Bank, wait when the upward action will over or hosting. So probably not today. In this case, you will have to wait more and see how the upward action will develop and what patterns will be formed. Because, as I said, guys, here we're still watching for this larger head and shoulders pattern, and it means that dollar index could drop, euro could rise to form compounding shoulder on a daily chart. So here's, for example, could be some second part of the shoulder here as well. So that's what we'll keep an eye on if this will be euro supportive decision from the European Central Bank. So what scenario to choose, and in general, whether you would like to take the part in all this stuff today, that's the thing about today.